Hello everyone, and welcome to Design and Quilt Monthly for June 2023. My name is Mark Garretts and I'm a R&K National Educator. And in this month's installment we are going to continue with our lessons on how to use backdrops or pictures to create quilt blocks with Design and Quilt. So this is part 3, and today we're going to go over how to use the Advanced Block Creator. So before we get started, I just want to mention that if my voice sounds kind of echoey, it's because we're in the process of moving, and they cleared out my whole room here, and there's nothing in it to keep the walls from bouncing echoes all around. So I apologize for that, but let's go ahead and get started. So as I mentioned earlier, this month is part 3 of how to use backdrops or pictures to create quilt blocks. So in the previous sections, we went over backdrops in general in part 1. Part 2, last month, we went over how to use backdrops to create quilt blocks using the Easy Block Creator tool. And this month, we're going to be using the Advanced Block Creator tool. So the first thing we want to do to get started is to go ahead and click the Create Advanced Quilt Block, which is this icon right here. So I'm going to go ahead and click it. That's going to open up a new window, and it's going to bring up a default block width over here in our properties box of 8 by 8 inches. I think that's okay. We'll go ahead and leave that alone. And now what we're going to do is load our backdrop. So to do that, we're going to come over here to our backdrop tool and click it, and it's going to bring up our backdrop photos, and you can obviously navigate anywhere where you've got the photos of your quilt block. So we're going to start like we always do with this simple log cabin design. So I'm going to open that, and it's going to come in, and look, it's already 8 by 8, and it kind of lines up okay, but you'll notice that in here this block doesn't quite line up with our grid lines. So what we want to do is kind of adjust our backdrop to match that. Okay, so I think if I just bring it down a little bit, or maybe up a little bit, let's see, let's try bringing it down. So I'm going to come up here to this little tiny black box, and I can use these handles, as they're called, anywhere, because this is only going to proportionally resize. So if I click and drag inwards a little bit, let's see where that gets us. That gets us pretty close, but I'm still not very happy with that. Let's just bring it down a little more. Let's come down to the next section here. Aha! Okay, so if I just drag into there, you can see that now all of my grid lines line up with my quilt block. Okay, and that's what I want. I want all of the intersections of the grid lines to line up with the quilt block pieces. So you can see how that lines up now. Now that's one way to do it, and that's fine for this block. And we can see that it was actually ended up being a 7 by 7 inch quilt block. So that's one way to do it. But let me show you another way that would work. And that is if I undo twice, because we resized twice. And instead of doing my backdrop at 7 by 7, let's make our quilt 7 by 7. So I'm going to come up here to my block line tool, which adds a block line, and that's going to get us out of backdrop mode and get us back into block mode. And what I want to do is change my width to 7 by 7. So let me just change 7, and I've got keep aspect ratio checked, so that's going to work. And if I click apply, now I've got it 7 by 7, but my backdrop is still not exactly lined up. So once again, I'm going to come back to my backdrop tool, click it, and I'm going to drag it down to be 7 by 7, or I can actually come right in here and do the same thing. But if I do that, I'll have to change my X and Y. So this is just a little easier. I'm just going to bring that down until it snaps into place. Okay, now one setting that we want to have for this particular design is we want our quilt block, our grid to snap to grid. So what I'm going to do is right click on my ruler, and I'm going to check snap to grid. And what that means is when I start drawing my lines, they're going to snap to my grid points, which is going to make it very easy to actually draw straight lines and get them lined up to my blocks, or my pieces of the block rather. Okay, so I'm in block line tool mode, which is going to add a block line. And the whole idea behind the advanced block creator is I want to draw lines that match up with all the lines on my block, on my pieces of the blocks. All right, so that's going to bisect up this quilt block into those lines. So I can start just about anywhere. Let me just start right here. So I'm going to click and drag around, and you can see that I don't have to be very precise. You can see I'm not actually on that end point, but it's making it be perfect. So when I let off the mouse, it's going to create that line. So now I'm going to just continue to do that. I'm just going to do this next one here. So I'm going to come right here and click and drag down to the edge and let off my mouse, and I can just about do anything. So I'm just going to just keep going around in a circle like this and clicking all of my points. And I just want to make sure that I'm outlining all of the lines in my block. And I'm just going to continue to do this. It doesn't really matter what order I do them in, as long as I get them all. All right, so I'm going to do that and that, and then this one and this one, and I think that's it. So let me hide my backdrop, and again I do that with this backdrop hide and show tool here, and I can look, and it looks like I've got them all, but let's go ahead and color in our squares, our block pieces here, our rectangles. All right, so let's do this orange one here first. Let me come here to my piece select tool. So this is going to select the pieces of the block now that I've created it. And let me do an orange, and I'm going to click here, and I'm going to select that color. Let me hide my backdrop. It's such a good match, it didn't look like it did anything, but it did. Okay, so now I don't have any more of that color, so let's do this blue. So I'm going to select that piece, and I'm going to find a blue. Let me find not quite a match. Let me find this lighter blue so we can see that it did something. Okay, let me change it to a darker blue here. Let's change it to that blue. That looks good. And I'm going to select my yellow block here. I'll select a yellow that looks like that. I got a pink here. Let me select a pink that looks like that. Okay, now you can see what happened here. It selected all of this, so that means I did not draw all the lines, so I left one out. So I'm going to click undo. Remember, undo is your friend. I'm going to go back to the line mode and correct my error. So I didn't do this line here. Let me click and drag it. Okay, and I think I did the rest of them. Let me just try going back to block select mode, and let's try and recolor this one again. So let me select that one. Okay, that looks good now, and let me color that in, and let's select this one. And where's a purple? Let's use light purple. Let's use this one, and etc. So you can see that this is the way I create a block using the advanced block creator. All right, with that backdrop. Now we can do the same thing with a star. So let's go ahead and grab a new design window and create a new block, and let's go ahead and load in the backdrop for that star. Okay, let's just do this one and say open. All right, And does that look like it lines up okay? It does. It looks like it lines up perfectly. So you can see that these grids, you know, they look kind of strange over the rectangles, but what we're concerned with is the corner points here. All right. So I do not have to make lines that do each triangle individually because unlike that log cabin, I've got lines that sort of extend all the way through like this. So these are the lines that I need to do. So let's go ahead and do that. Okay, let me get my block line tool. We'll start here. I'm going to click and drag across, and I've still got snap to grid turned on. And I'm just going to do clockwise or counterclockwise around, I guess, doing all the straight lines. So I'm going to do these. And now this one. Okay, and let's do my diagonals now. So I'll come and do this diagonal. And again, you can see that I'm not doing individual pieces because I know that if I draw these long lines, it is going to divide up or bisect up my quilt. Okay, so I got that one. All right, now did I leave any off? I don't think I did. Let me turn off my backdrop and see. No, it looks like I missed some. Okay, so I don't have lines in here for these edges, so I got to come back and do those. So let me turn my backdrop back on. Okay, and no, maybe I'm right. Hold on a second. No, I'm not. Okay, I have to do this line. I thought I did that line though. Let's do it again. Okay, and I did this line. I know I did. Let's just start this whole thing over again. Okay, so let's take a look at how we would do that star block. So I'm going to come back up here to my Create Advanced block and click that. And now I'm going to load my star backdrop. So again, I'm going to click my backdrop tool. I'm going to pick this Morning Star Quilt block here. And that looks like it lines up okay. Now don't be concerned about this diagonal, you know, and all these where it's not kind of meeting here. What I'm really concerned with is only the edges, the points of the triangle. Do they line up on a grid intersection? And they do. So that's what we care about. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to draw my lines to bisect up this quilt. Now again, I do not want to draw lines around each triangle, although that certainly would work. Instead, all I need to do is just draw a line that bisects up all of the lines that flow together like this. So I'm going to come up here to my block line tool. And I'm going to click and drag a line across. Okay, and I'm going to do the same thing down here. Okay, and then I'm going to do the diagonals from there. So I'm going to come down here, and I'm going to come up here. Okay, and let's do this one now. I'll do the straight lines down. And I'll do my diagonals. This one. And this one. Okay. And I think I've done all of these now. So let's just turn off our backdrop and see what it looks like. And it looks pretty good. All right, let's just do a check here. I'm gonna do my piece select tool and just check and see that I've got these individual triangles the way I want them. And do I? Let's just take a look at my backdrop here again. So I'm going to turn that back on. And what I've done is I've created a triangle here and a triangle here. Now, I probably don't want that. I want this to be one triangle instead of a half triangle like this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to select this one. I'm going to hold down Control and select that one. Right click and tell it to unite. I'm going to do the same thing here. Unite. I'm going to do the same thing here. Right click and unite. Do the same thing here. Right click and unite. Now I was holding down Control to do that multiple select. Okay. These I probably want to be one triangle, so let me select that, and it is one triangle because I didn't draw a line through the center. And is this one square? It is. Okay, so it looks like I'm good to go here. I can start coloring this in just like we did on the last one, but you get the idea of how to do that. So that is how you create blocks in the advanced block creation tool using a backdrop. So I want to thank you for watching and invite you to come back next month for another installment of Design and Quilt Monthly.